Logan Paul is to lawsuits like Curry is to three-pointers. Let me tell you, when it comes to these lawsuits, Logan just does not miss. It is a bad time to be involved or associated with anything to have to do with Logan Paul. Basically, every company is facing a lawsuit. He's facing a defamation lawsuit that he started against CoffeeZilla only to shut him up about Liquid Marketplace. He's also fighting a lawsuit against the victims of CryptoZoo, and he's facing multiple lawsuits when it comes to Prime Hydration. So one of the newest ones, it says Logan Paul's Prime hit with $68 million suit for flaking on a manufacturing deal, which is super messed up if it's true. Can't really be doing that kind of stuff. It doesn't surprise me at all that another one of Logan's companies that he's associated with is undergoing a lawsuit or has some crazy allegations going on about them. It goes on to say, Logan Paul's Prime Hydration is losing its energy. The drink brand, founded by social media influencer turned boxer, previous forest enjoyer, and its parent company have been hit with a $68 million lawsuit over claims they reneged on a manufacturing deal. Bottler Refresco Beverages says Prime and Congo brands breached their April 2023 contract by failing to buy a minimum volume of products it had previously committed to, at least 18.5 million cases per year for 3 years from Refresco. That's a lot of cases. Refresco argues it had to shell out considerable time and money to retrofit its equipment to exclusively accommodate Prime's unique bottle shape, according to August 2nd suit filed in Delaware's Chancery Court. So they put in a lot of effort. They retrofitted all their equipment. I keep saying retrofitted their equipment just to help with this Prime bottle production. And then they're all of a sudden just gonna pull out like, never mind, we don't want to work with you guys anymore, we're done. That is extremely messed up, to be honest. Especially if you're in a contract, you can't really just decide, nope, I'm gonna head out now. Doesn't really work that way. You gotta commit to what you originally said you'd commit to, or you gotta pay some money to them. So almost more likely that this is gonna go well for the company that's suing Prime Hydration. I don't think they're gonna get 68 million, but I'm sure they're gonna get millions of dollars from this. Now, I'm not a Prime hater. You know, like, I like Prime. It's good, but I don't go out of my way to buy it. If there's a Gatorade, a Prime, Powerade lined up next to each other, I'm gonna always go for the Gatorade. I love the Glacier Freeze one. It's delicious. It's my favorite Gatorade. Highly recommend it. But Prime is good. You know, if someone gave me a Prime, I would drink it. I wouldn't go buy it for myself. If it was the only drink there, then I would buy it, but I'm not gonna buy it out of other options. It's still good. I'm not a hater of Prime. I'm a hater of Logan Paul, but that's completely separate. Then it goes on to say, Paul boasted the company made $250 million in retail sales and $110 million gross internally in the first year. By the time Refresco was ready to have Prime test the new equipment in March 2024, Prime allegedly refused to participate. The following month, Prime is said to have declined to submit initial orders to begin commercial production. Yeah, you can't be doing that, especially if you're in a contract, and that's just a real scumbag thing to do in the first place. The brand is a subject of class action suits due to its ingredients as well as alleged false advertising. Senior Charles Schumer, DNY, implored the Food and Drug Administration to investigate Prime in 2023 because of the dangerously high caffeine levels, and recently the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee sued Prime for trademark infringement. If you don't know what that's about, they had like a whole like American flag looking Prime bottle that was heavily influenced obviously by the Olympics and being promoted by an Olympian. I have heard they have ridiculous amounts of caffeine in there, and they're definitely not the best for like actual hydration if you're doing a sport, but it's fine if you're just drinking it casually, or like don't drink it a lot. Don't drink it like it's water. It's definitely not going to be good for you. But this next story we're going to be looking at says, Mom Sue's energy drink maker claims Prime has too much caffeine. Bowling Green Legal Newsline, a mother alleges Prime energy drinks are misleadingly marketed to youth as healthy when they actually contain high levels of caffeine. I've never seen them marketed as being healthy. I always knew that they weren't healthy. Maybe that's just because I'm not a child and I've seen videos talking about what's inside of them, but that's just me. I feel like, especially as a mother, maybe you should be reading the label and the ingredients and everything that's in it right there, that's on the can or bottle. And if you got the Prime energy drink, if either you got the Prime hydration drink or the Prime energy drink, if you got your kid a Prime energy drink, I don't know why you would even think that's a good idea. Especially as mother, you have a responsibility to be checking the label at the very least. He goes on to say, TK individually and in her capacity as parent and legal guardian of John Doe on behalf of themselves and all others similarly situated, filed a complaint September 12th in the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Kentucky against Prime Hydration LLC, Congo Brands LLC, Logan Paul, and I'm not even going to try to read JJ's name, alleging fraud and other claims. Okay, I think that's a little bit ridiculous. There's definitely not fraud going on. The plaintiff alleges in her class action that her 10-year-old son consumed Prime energy drink on multiple occasions and that he was induced by the defendants to believe the drink was a healthy electrolyte beverage without caffeine. That is insane. The fact that you're saying it's a Prime energy drink and then saying that it has no caffeine is the most idiotic statement I have ever heard. I can understand that from a child's perspective, but from an adult's perspective, how can you listen to your kid tell you that and be like, it's probably fine then? Probably shouldn't even read this little label that tells you how much caffeine is in the can of energy drink. Like, how can you possibly think that? Honestly, you hear energy and you think that there's no chance of caffeine. Maybe you should just at least check the can just real quick. Even if you think, it's true, you could at least check and be like, oh, there is caffeine. Okay, maybe I shouldn't get an energy drink for my son. It's just like you wouldn't give your 10-year-old a Red Bull. Maybe some of you would. I don't think that's the best idea, but to each their own, I guess. Or a Monster energy drink. I like Venom and Red Bull. A lot of people say they don't like Red Bull. For me, for some reason, it tastes like fruit punch. I don't know why. My taste buds are weird, but that's just, I don't drink them very often anymore. I used to drink one like every other day, but I stopped doing that. Anyway, this is, I feel like more of a failure of the parent. She claims after continuing to buy the drink for her son, she began to notice his mood swings and sleep issues due to the high caffeine content. The plaintiff further complains that Paul and Alatunji, a rapper known as KSI, market the drink to target teenagers and youth with false health-conscious benefits when the drinks can lead to adverse health effects. Again, I can't really speak on this as an adult, as a 20-year-old, but I can say that I've never thought of it as being promoted to the youth. I think maybe it can seem that way because they're YouTubers and they're in the public eye, but there are a lot of energy drinks that have like cartoons and stuff on them that maybe you might think would be promoted towards children, but should not be drinking by children. Again, it is the parents' job to defend them. There's a lot more iPad kids nowadays, which is a huge problem. She alleges the defendants use fun photos, colorful packaging, sweet flavoring, and sports arena advertising to misleadingly market the drink as healthful in an effort to increase their profits. Alright, what about alcohols that do that? Literally, a bunch of alcohols do the exact same thing. They have sports arena advertising and fun photos, colorful packaging. You're gonna let your kid have a beer? Gonna let your kid have a vodka? I don't think so. It's just because it's an energy drink. You just thought, oh, it's okay. He probably showed his mom. He's like, please, could I get this? It's my favorite YouTuber. And now his mom is being a Karen because she didn't read the label. It literally tells you everything that's in the drink. Delusional people, I swear. And it says, the plaintiff and the class seek monetary relief, interest, trial by jury, and all other just relief. They're represented by J. Chris Sanders of Bay Cook Cantley and Nevsker, I don't know if that's how you say it, and Louisville and others. Well, I hope you lose because that's absolutely ridiculous. You can't sue someone because of your own negligence as a mother. Sorry to hear that, but that is not their fault, really. That is your own fault. Again, for not checking the freaking label. It's that simple, alright? Anyway, if you liked the video, make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends, your enemies, whoever you want, honestly. And yeah, I guess, see ya.